Emma's fighting a little bit of an illness. The Kaiser and Ernie, they couldn't skate today. I don't know if they're available tomorrow or not.
Will you have to call somebody up front?
No, we had 12. We got 12. We'll leave it at 12, and if something happens where one of those other guys couldn't play, we'd probably go 11 and 7.
Do you suspect Ernie's thing came up in the thing with Myers? Is whatever's holding him out?
No, I think it was prior to that.
Okay.
Yep.
It looks like, are you going to try Andreas with Franz Nilsson?
That's what we
They've had sparks in the past.
They've had sparks in the past. That's what we have right now. We need more out of more lines, and so that's one thing I'm looking at. Ultimately, we may have to tinker with that top line if we can't get more going out of more lines. So we'll see. The De La Rose line's been good. I can't honestly say that I'm going to stay with this. I wanted to try it for today's practice and see.
Well, is the issue too? I mean, if you have Filppula, Hirose, and who's shooting?
Yeah, well, that was one of the ones. As I watched that line, Filppula can shoot and Hirose can shoot. Whether they want to shoot all the time or not, it's a different story. But they both can shoot. So maybe it's better to put them with guys that don't want to shoot, and then they have to shoot.
Danny's obviously been super important to what you guys have done defensively this year and last year. What has to happen if he does miss any kind of time for you guys?
You only miss guys to the extent that other guys, whether they step up big or not, and so the less guys step up, the more you miss them, and vice versa. Danny's a huge part of our team. Danny's been an excellent player for us the beginning of this year. He was an excellent player at most of last year. He's really, really coming into his own as a top 4 type player. And if he misses, that means whoever steps into those increased minutes has to play that much better. I think he's a big piece of our penalty kills, a big piece of our 5-on-5 game. He breaks us out of our end well, so other guys got to step up.
On an individual level, did you like what you saw yesterday from Anthony Mantha? I thought he had some shifts where he really just powered his way to the net.
Yeah, he did power his way to the net a few times. The game's funny. At the end of the game, the chances are 10-9. Where we really lost the game was on specialty teams, and you give up 3 power play goals and you don't score. The game wasn't as one-sided as the score was 5-on-5. Well, it wasn't at all. I think we outchanced them 7-4. So we had moments of stuff that we did good. I thought in the end though, we got to be extraordinary in our compete and our sacrifice. Sacrifice shows in blocking shots, compete shows in winning battles and physicality, and I thought they out-competed and out-sacrificed us a little bit, and that can't happen, especially on the penalty kill there where we didn't block enough shots.
I was reading this morning that you don't like the phrase two-way player. There's winning hockey is the one you like, but what's the difference there?
Well, I think two-way is a is that the right word, connotation? Is that right? I went to Ferris, yeah. I think two-way, actually Ferris is a great school, I shouldn't say that. I think two-way, at the end of the day, two-way has this aspect like it's not an offensive player, and that's crap to me. I think the best players in the world are two-way players, but to me they're the best winners. I think Sidney Crosby's always been a winning hockey player. He plays both sides of the puck. Is he perfect? No, but he plays both sides of the puck. I think, our goal here is to develop our guys to the best winning hockey players they can be, not to develop point scorers. There's guys that score points in this league that never win, that never play on winning teams. That's not what we want. We want guys to develop into winning hockey players that play on winning teams. And so to do that, you have to play both sides of the puck. You have to create way more than you give up because you can't just create the same. The scoring chances against always seem to magnify more than the ones for, unless you're just super talented where they go in so much for you. We're trying to get our guys to make sure they're the best two-way players they can be, which to me is the best winning hockey players they can be. Do they go hand in hand? Yes, they go hand in hand. I just think sometimes the negative connotation with two-way is like, well, that's not what people want to be. That's crap. That's exactly what people should want to be.
People mean it as really one way, and that way is just the defensive.
Correct, yeah, correct. Yeah.
With the power play, you think Athanasiou up on that top unit will help?
Originally, going into the season, I wanted to have Athanasiou on that unit, the way they left, and his injuries in the preseason didn't give him enough reps, I didn't think, and so we gave Hirose a chance there. But obviously our percentages is no good. I thought actually the power play was going fine for a while, even without the percentage, but now it's starting to really sputter. So Athanasiou is a real dynamic player, can make plays on his own, and I think he can do a lot of things with other people. So I'm hoping it helps both units click a little bit. I got to get the other unit out there more. I think Phil Hronik is one of the better power play players we have, and he hasn't been out there enough. So I got to get that other unit out there more too. I've tried to give that top unit the ice time that the top units in the league get, but it hasn't worked. So I'll end up splitting that ice time up more.
Phil sounds like he was very happy with his performance after last night's game. The last time you guys were in Calgary, he was dominant. They really had no answer for him. Do you hope he kind of finds that spark again? It just kind of challenges himself, or?
I know he always challenges himself, to be honest with you. He hates losing and he wants to win, and I think he puts it upon himself lots of times to do that. And so I'm hoping he comes out flying tomorrow, but flying in the right way, winning pucks, pressuring the other team, but then slowing down in the D zone and the breakouts. That's where he's got to make sure he does a real good job slowing himself down in D zone and breakouts, and then flying everywhere else on the ice.
How do you balance the 3 games in 4 nights with the practice? Trying to.
We won't pregame skate tomorrow. We won't pregame skate the next day. Other than that, we had a 30-minute practice today that wouldn't have been very hard. So we're managing our energy that way. Other than that, you got to play every game to win, and I think our guys are fully equipped to do it. That's why you work really hard in the preseason to make sure you're in great shape.
Were you okay with how Hirose looked yesterday, or it seemed like he at least had a couple possessions in the ozone?
He makes, he makes some plays. He's not a big guy, so he needs to be dynamic in his playmaking, and at times, they have some big D, and at times it was hard for him, and at times he did a good job of making some plays. If we can spread out the lineup a little bit, that might give him an opportunity to not go against the Tyler Myers type D every night and be a physical mismatch. So it's just something. At the end, Taro's body is what it is. He's got to find a way to be really productive with his skill set, or somebody else takes those roles, and so we'll see.
Is this maybe kind of the more like the adjustment period you would have expected to see when he first came into the season?
Yeah, he had such success early last year that you hope that can continue, but there's going to be ups and downs. So he's faced with a little bit of a down right now, and now he's got to go out and he's got to be great on the power play, and he's got to make plays. I think he tries hard, but he's got to ultimately be super effective.
What's the key just to put yesterday behind you and kind of look ahead to tomorrow's game?
Today's a new day. I always feel that. I think what you want to do is you want to learn from yesterday. You want to get better today. And so we had a little video session. Hopefully we learned from yesterday. Hopefully we went out and got better today. And now let's take on the challenge of tomorrow.